Hello there. Welcome to Babbling
with the boys.
I'm Karst Gervais.
My name's Spencer Chef. Let's talk about a show in which a witch sucks her mother dry.
For WandaVision.
Spoilers for WandaVision.
Episode 9, the series finale. This is a longer episode. This is about 40-50 minutes. Was it just me, or did they have too long of credits?
There's like 7 minutes of credits. I feel like we don't need to have them like Marvel intro at the beginning of every episode. The like dun 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 dun. It's fun in front of movies.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to say at the end of the last episode, Agatha was like, "You can create something from nothing. You must be the legend."
The Scarlett Witch.
I think it's the first time we've ever heard that being said, right?
Yeah.
Agatha had like Wanda's kids.
Yeah, she had them on those like leashes that like bad parents have their kids on.
Mm-hmm. But this one was magic. So Wanda's a witch. Wanda's the Scarlet Witch.
Wanda's a witch. I'm sorry, it's just what the hell are we doing? Wanda's a witch.
What are we doing?
Wanda's a witch.
And she's like, just give me all your power.
Yeah, so Agatha wants to suck Wanda now. Because like Wanda's supposed to be the godsend witch. And in the last episode, Wanda couldn't use her powers because Agatha had this thing where it's like a hex essentially, where when you like put all the stuff in a room that you create as a witch, the other witch in that room cannot use their powers.
And we forgot to talk about there's a second vision.
Hayward has constructed a white vision to slaughter colored vision. Racial undercoat. No. Yeah, so he's like, oh, so now it's like Wanda versus the sucker.
Yeah.
And Vision versus versus Ku Klux Klan Vision.
Agatha like gives back the memories of all the people, and they start like crowding around Wanda, being like, "Let us go, please."
And then she's like, "I will. You're right. This is horrible." And I'm like, "Yeah. Well, why did you do this?" And then she like starts tearing it down, and then that's when like her kids and Vision are like
they start to die.
They start to die because they cannot live without the town. And
she has to put it back up. And the Vision fight is probably my favorite part of the episode.
First of all, they do some cool stuff where like they're like punching and it's like perfect blocking and stuff, and then like they'll phase into each other and like use that to like trap. Like it's cool. It's like actually it was unique stuff.
I'm not even talking about that.
I'm talking how it ends.
I'm talking about the Vision boat.
Oh, yeah. So essentially it's like a fight scene, and then it ends with them having a philosophical debate on who is more Vision.
I forget what the theory's called, but there's this boat in a museum. Boat of Theseus or something. It's getting worn down over the years, and they start replacing the parts bit by bit. And soon there is no remnants of the original boat. They've just been replacing all of the parts of the boat, and there's no original parts anymore.
Is the boat the boat?
Is that still the boat? And then there's a separate side that's like, and if you take the parts that were taken away and start and refurbish those parts and create another boat, which boat is the actual boat? So then this like blows
White Vision's mind.
Yeah, white supremacist Vision's mind. And then he like gets
crack
memory.
Vision.
He gets his memory back. He gets woke. Goes through some quick racial training, and then
this is Disney's like diversity training video that they send to all the new hires. Yeah,
he gets all of Vision's memories.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh, I am Vision." It just flies up, and then you're like, so that I found the way that they defeated the bad guys in this episode was like really cool. And Wanda defeats the Agnes Witch, aka Sucker Suckson, or just the Suck, by using her own like "you can't use your powers in my domain" spell against her. He's like, "Yes, suck my powers, suck them good. Suck every last drop." And then she's like, "But you can't use them because the hex." Although I don't know where the hell she had time to learn that hex, but you know what? I'll let it slide because nitpicks. She then sucks Agatha. I've heard she sucked Wanda, and then she gets sucked of Wanda back Wanda sucks back her stuff, but also takes all of Agatha's stuff. And then the kids fight the army.
What's that actress's name? The one from Thor.
Kat Dennings?
Almost said Cat Stevens.
No.
Crashes into the other guy that I keep forgetting his name.
Hayward.
Bro, we didn't even talk about Monica. Monica like snuck her way back in and got trapped by
Pietro?
Yeah, Pietro.
Yeah.
Quicksilver, who was working for Agatha. Yeah, it turns out that he is just an actor. Is that what we're supposed to believe?
So again, they've pulled I'm just an actor on me, and I feel so stupid and used. And that's my least favorite part of this episode. I had a whole theory of how they're going to bring the X-Men back. And I know I can't judge them for like not using my theory, but the least they could have done is not done another freaking bait and switch. At the very least.
Wait, so did Agatha give him speed powers?
I don't know. See, Kay, one of my friends has a theory that she said that they mentioned that someone in the town was in like witness protection. So, because like his name, like his real name is something Boner or something, and then she was like, "Yeah, that's a stupid name. He's probably he was probably the guy in witness protection." And I was like, "Oh." So shout out to Mia. That's not my theory.
He laughed at the name. He laughed at the name when she said it to him. I don't think you'd laugh at your own name. No.
So that's a pretty good theory. But still, no.
Not yet. Calm down.
No, but they did it to me again. They did it to me when I was like 13 watching Iron Man 3, and they've done it to me again 8 years later.
Okay, so Monica escaped that because he was like had this chain that was like Agatha's like spell over him. She like took that off and was able to run and helped the kids with the army because they were about to get shot by
Hayward. Yeah, Hayward's about to shoot the kids. So yeah, and then Monica's like, whoop, shoot who? Not them. And has powers. Because I think either it's implied that she had them before or that it's because she went through the barrier too many times.
She went through the barrier too many times, and the bullets go through her.
Yeah. Although by this own show's logic, when the town goes away, she shouldn't have powers anymore.
I don't know, but she's going to be Miss Marvel or whatever, right?
No, she's not going to be Miss Marvel, but she's going to be in Captain Marvel. I have a feeling that she's probably going to be like a love interest or something. Although that would be weird if like you're like, hey, I was friends with your mom. Let's get married. So, that would be an interesting plot.
But anyway, Scarlett Witch, her and Vision take the kids back to the house.
And it's lambs to the slaughter, baby. It's lambs to the slaughter. And she's like, oh, she tucks them in to bed. Like she's not going to end their existence.
I was gonna narrate this like sad and serious like.
Oh, I'm sorry, I went a different way. You can.
And they were like, she like tucks them into bed, and her and Vision like shared this last look, and they're like sleep good, kids. And then, as you were referring to earlier, Vision like asks Wanda like, what am I? If I'm not the Vision, I'm not made from parts. If I'm not the Vision that died, what am I? Wanda's like, you're a part of me. You're part of the Mind Stone. You're part of my fear.
You got a vision in me.
Mm-hmm.
You got a vision in me.
And then you got some babies in me. But anyway.
you got some kids in me.
And
I don't know how we did it on TV. Okay.
And then he dies. She like goes back through the town, and like everybody's like looking at her, and then she's like, oh, they're never gonna forgive me, are they? And I'm like, lady, no, it's been like 2 seconds.
Because you just held them hostage for like a long ass time. Like, remember that lady was like, my daughter, I can't get her to come out of her room. Like, people are like devastated and emotionally like turmoiled. But what you've done, you held an entire town hostage. Don't pull they'll never understand. No, and they shouldn't. Because you did a horrible thing. You did a horrible thing. You wrote a bad song, PT. And like anytime they broke out of their trance, they're all like, help me, please. And so like it's I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't act like she just did a huge heroic thing. She cleaned up her own mess.
I'm sorry, but that was awful.
Yeah, no, what you did was pretty terrible. I know like this, either if they're going to do a season 2 or if they talk about it in other shows or movies, but like if they just try to do they should at least acknowledge that what she did was horrible.
Oh yeah, I think she might be going bad.
Yeah,
She might be, in wrestling terms, turning heel, because that happens. Monica gets taken away, and there's a scroll that's like, "Come with me," so that sets up Captain Marvel. Vision's flown off somewhere else. Agatha mentions that she's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, so that sets up her being in Doctor Strange Multiverse.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
It ends, the final scene, the final like after credit scene is her
a cabin in the woods.
In a cabin in the woods, like
it's
somewhere.
It's like the end of Incredible Hulk.
Looks like BC, like in Doctor Strange when you're like separate your spirit from your body.
From your body, yeah.
Her spirit was studying the book that Agatha had, the Dark Magic. Maybe Doctor Strange is sent to deal with her.
Yeah.
What do you think of the series? I think
I'm gonna call this
a mini series on IMDb, so I think this might be the end.
This is probably the last step. I'm gonna call this episode the Sucktastic Suckfest because there's a lot of sucking. Not because it sucked as an episode, but just because they sucked each other. So yeah, to me, this is partially my own fault, but I had expectations that the show just didn't do any of them, and decided to end it like exactly how you expect it to go. There was parts that I liked, but that Quicksilver thing kind of upset me. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. And the scene at the end where she has to kill her family was pretty good. that was touching. It's a touching little moment, you know. Sometimes you just gotta kill the family that you created. Like I liked a lot of stuff went on, but I think from my personal expectations, I was like, I want like this to be bigger, and it wasn't. That doesn't mean it's like a bad thing. I just wanted it to like mean more overall to the MCU, I guess. Like I was like, if you could like introduce mutants or like change the game for like the next phase of Marvel, but they didn't, which they don't have to. That was my fault for putting that expectation on.
Well, they did resurrect Vision and bring in a new hero, this Monica lady.
Yeah, but I thought they were gonna like introduce like multiverse stuff in this. Like that's what. And like Mephisto and all that. But again, that's my own fault for putting those expectations on it. I feel like, and all the fan theories, I feel like one of my friends said, like, I'm sure like the creators of the show, after like they saw the fan theories by like week 4, they're probably like, oh shit.
That's better than what we had planned. I like what it sets up. Like I'm interested to see where Monica goes. I'm interested to see whether or not that like Quicksilver thing ends up the way it's gonna end up. I'm interested to see where Wanda goes after this, where Vision goes after this. But as an episode as a whole, I'm probably gonna give it a 4.
Me too.
Like I love the Vision stuff.
I also like philosophy in general.
Yeah, me too.
So I liked all that.
Having the goal kill the kids.
Oh yeah, kill the kids. Kill the kids. I love when something goes for that.
I thought they were gonna figure out a way to like save the kids.
That's what I thought too.
Vision.
I thought for sure like this. Once I saw White Vision, I knew for sure that Vision was dead. But I thought they'd find a way to save the kids because it's pretty dark. But no, they killed the kids. So good.
I want to ask you something because you told me this a while ago that you didn't like Vision.
Not before this show, really.
You didn't like Vision before the show. What was it?
I just thought he was underutilized and underdeveloped, which isn't the case. Like they just didn't do a lot with him. But yeah, I think this show actually made me like the characters more. Yeah, this is essentially a show about a depressed widow.
Yeah,
it's all of Kittredge, but with
it's
with
like
a city TV show thing.
It's like I'm expecting there to be like a big fight, and you know how like at the end of Gladiator, where it's like, I am Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance. Wanda's just going to be like, I am Wanda Maximoff. I am daughter to a murdered father, daughter to a murdered mother, daughter
and the sucker of all witches.
Sister to a murdered brother, twice widowed, Two dead
Just added
kids.
30 seconds.
Two dead kids.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
Had my brother back, but it turned out he was a phony. Tortured a whole town because I was so depressed from being a widow. Like, she can just go on for days. And then Vision's like, I just keep dying.
Why do I have to die? He's died 3 times. He's died 3 times.
I feel like he's just gonna
give Vision some dignity.
He's like the Kenny from South Park of the.
Yeah, like he's the most. See what I mean by the show knew he was the most expendable. The movies knew he's the most expendable. He's died 3 times. He's died 3 times. They'll probably kill the white one. He'll probably fall in his own tiki torch and light himself ablaze. That's not.
Oh.
This is the end. Hold your breath and suck again. Okay. Thanks for watching Babbling
with the boys.
I'm Spence the chef. And captain of sucking her all she's got. Yeah, tell us what you thought of WandaVision. I hope you're having a good week.
I'm Carson Gervais, and I'm gonna go find a masseuse that will rub the Spencer just like repeatedly saying suck over and over and over again in this podcast. I'm gonna just get that masseuse to wipe that from my memory. Get Vision.
Oh no! Now that's eternal sunshine of the suckless mind. That's see it works. There you go.
Check us out on YouTube.
If you're on YouTube, check us out on the actual full podcast episode if you want to see the whole thing. Which is Babbling with the Boyz, Boyz with a Z, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you get your podcasts.
People out there, stay spicy.
Suffering succotash. Okay. Stay spicy. Spicy. Are you still going?
Kind of, yeah. I'm still going here.
Okay, well then I'll pose a question. What happens if 2 witches suck at the same time? Does the suck cancel out? Well, no, because the mom tried to suck Agatha, and then Agatha had more sucking like power. Like she just had more suck force, so she like just defeated her suck.
Stop it now! Stop it now, please.